Kamina the Koach here. Welcome back, guys. So the title of this video is really, I just got back from Bangkok, and the entire time I was there, I have been binge watching Iyanla Vanzant. I rewatched some stuff from Brene Brown on vulnerability. I've gotten into an amazing book on love and loving mindfulness, loving kindness and mindfulness. Amazing. So this topic has been on my mind all weekend, and I just can't wait until tomorrow to put it out there. So the message of this video is honor the ordinary. So if you haven't watched every single one of my videos, and if you have, thanks, you're awesome. And I hope that they gave you something valuable. So, but if you haven't watched all my videos, you don't know all my story. And the thing is I haven't really shared all my story. So, there's a chance that you think that I'm living an extraordinary life. Well, the thing is, when you see things that are extraordinary on the surface, you don't know what happened for it to get to that point. So it's really hot in here. A lot of you know that I was adopted. I supposedly was adopted at birth. We don't know. I don't know for sure. I didn't find out that I was adopted until I was 32. I was adopted by a white family, and I work really, really hard because of some things that happened when I was growing up with this family. So I actually heard the man that I called my father, my adopted father, call my mother an N-word lover. And I've heard both grandmothers on both sides of the family use the N-word just in reference to Black people, like not hate, like not those daggum N-word. No, it was just like, oh, you know, the blanks used to come up and work on the fence, just in reference to Black people. So needless to say, when you experience that really young, it puts this kind of block in your brain to where you kind of believe that all of a certain type of people are going to do this. So that's definitely something I've had to fight against as an adult, remembering that people are souls, not scripts, and remembering that just because a set of people hurt me doesn't mean that all of this set of people are always going to hurt me. Really big thing. And then they tried to pass me off as white. I found out by accident that I wasn't white. People are like, you couldn't look in the mirror. If your mother, guys, if your mother tells you the grass is really purple, why would you doubt her? She's your mom. I believed her. It was my mom. It's the only mom I'd ever known. And I questioned her about my color one time, and I thought she was going to backhand me. Seriously. You're just as white as I am. Get out of my face. What? Blah, blah, blah. You know, and the thing is I've forgiven her, guys. I'm going to use one of Iyanla Vanzant's sayings. Even though she was mean as a wet cat, I know that she has a lot of psychosis, and I forgive her for her crazy. I don't know all of her backstory, you know, and she's just human. So I found out by accident that I was adopted because, so I was in an abusive situation really young. I was 13 or 14, seeing a 26-year-old man, and she was allowing that to happen, which is abuse. And it took me a long time to understand that that was abuse. And when I would tell the story, I would see people's eyes get really big. And I was like, you know, but he loved me. But your mother was abusing you by allowing this to happen. And I don't think I really realized that until I was an adult. Are you tracking me here, guys? So My adopted mother, when I say mother, this is the only mother I've ever known. I don't know my biological family. And before you ask, have I looked for them? Go back and watch my video on what not to say to adoptees. So she was allowing me to see this man. She ended up falling in love with him. In the process of their relationship, yes, this really happened. In the process of their relationship, because he was so much older and could obviously see that I wasn't pure white, he backed her into a corner and was like, "What's the deal? What is, where did she come from?" So instead of just telling the truth that I was adopted, she told another lie. So the first lie is that you're ours, because I'm obviously not. In my birth certificate, and just so you don't, in case you don't know, in the United States, adoptees have no rights. Adopted children have no rights. Only the mother of birth and the adopting mother have rights. So the adopting mother gets a blank birth certificate. So my birth certificate says white mother and white father. Who does that? Anyways. So he backs her into a corner because they're in love, sleeping together. It's crazy. She told him that she had an affair and her husband loved her so much that he adopted me as her child. Are you seeing the, So, my mother and father ended up kind of going crazy during this time. They both started drinking really, really heavily. My dad started beating on my mother. They ended up separating, and my mom started seeing somebody else. And she ended up kicking me out of the house at 14 or 15 because I told her boyfriend that he called to the house and asked where she was. I was like, I don't know, she's probably sleeping with my boyfriend. And it was tacky. I was a child, in my defense. And it was probably true. She probably was out with my ex. So when she got home, she kicked me out. She called the police. And I'm a child, a minor child, and the police came. So I've always been very tall. This white woman tells the police that she's scared of this very big black child. And the police made me leave. I'm like, where am I supposed to go? They were like, we don't know, but you can't stay here. So I had to pack my bags, and they stayed there until I walked down to the end of the street and had somebody come pick me up. So, yeah. I had to do some unsavory things in the span of time from there until I joined the military. I joined the military 2001, right after 9/11. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and end there, because if I keep going, you're never going to get the gist of the video. So the gist of the video, the point of the video is honor in the ordinary. So you see my life and all these countries I've lived in, and I've been bungee jumping in Thailand, and I've been scuba diving in Mexico and Egypt and Thailand. Okay, so surfacey wise, okay, it's all extraordinary. And I have some really amazing friends, like from elementary school, that have been married to one spectacular person for a really long time and have some really great kids and amazing spouses and amazing families that love them very much. Guys, this is extraordinary. This is extraordinary. Do you know I would trade all those stamps in my passport for those amazing, ordinary things? I tell the story, just a bit of that painful background story, so that you'll understand that all you can really do for me, all you can really do for yourself, is honor the ordinary. Find the beauty in the amazing ordinary that's in your life. And you might be bored and it's mundane and it's boring day to day, blah, 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 blah. Look around you and I promise you will be able to find some extraordinary things in your life. People who love you and allow you to love them. A home that may be a little messy, but it's yours. A job that's yours. Even if you don't like your job, I bet you can find something extraordinary about your job. Guys, honor the ordinary. Find the extraordinary in your ordinary. And before you start looking at other people's lives and saying, ooh, wow, this is extraordinary, I want to do that. Just try to remember that there is more underneath. There is more underneath that than what meets the eye. And a lot of times, a lot of us are trying to salve the wounds and pack in the empty spaces where a family should have been. I accept that it wasn't, and that's okay. I forgive all of those people. I send them love, and I send them on their way. I forgive myself. I love me, and I'm doing just the very best I can. And sometimes I'm like that little cat hanging on the rope, just like hanging there, and people don't see it, right? So just remember to honor your ordinary. Love what you have. Make extraordinary out of your ordinary. If you feel any kind of empathy for me, for my story, do that for me. Honor your ordinary. Appreciate what you have. Thanks for watching. Until next time, sending you love, joy, peace, and happiness. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace.